Have you ever met someone who seemed perfectly fine on the outside, smiling, laughing, even holding conversations with ease, but deep down, you sense something heavy was weighing on them? The truth is, many of us are walking through life carrying invisible shadows. These are the sorrows, fears, and old wounds that sit quietly in our silence. No one else sees them, but we feel their presence every moment. We adapt. We learn to carry the weight of unspoken pain while presenting a normal version of ourselves to the world. Yet somewhere inside, something is struggling to breathe. The strange part is that we get so used to living this way that it almost feels natural. But just because it feels familiar doesn't mean it's healthy. Behind every person is a story that explains their silence, their tone, or even the emotional distance they keep. Too often, we misjudge others, labeling them as cold, indifferent, or uncaring, when in reality, they may simply be living with feelings too heavy to put into words. Their silence may not be rejection at all. It may be survival. Psychologists remind us that some of the deepest wounds in life don't leave visible scars. They live inside the human personality, quietly shaping the way we think, feel, and act. These wounds often come from childhood, perhaps neglect, rejection, or growing up in an environment where love felt conditional. Other times, they form through repeated disappointments, failed relationships, or years of feeling not enough. Slowly, these hidden injuries carve into the soul, making people believe they are broken or unworthy. But here's the important truth: these wounds do not have to define you forever. Healing is possible. The process begins the moment you turn inward and give yourself permission to feel. Talking honestly with yourself, naming your emotions, and recognizing your pain is not weakness, it's strength. It's a step toward reclaiming control over the parts of your story that once controlled you. For many, the journey becomes lighter when they find the courage to open up, whether to a trusted friend, a supportive community, or a professional therapist. Sharing the very thing that has been buried for so long can feel terrifying, but it's also liberating. What once felt like a life sentence of loneliness or heaviness can transform into the starting point of a new chapter. Your pain is not your weakness, it is your teacher. It can sharpen your empathy, deepen your perspective, and open doors to strength you never knew you had. While we can't erase the past, we can choose to no longer let it define the future. So the next time you find yourself carrying shadows in silence, remember, you are not alone, and you are not broken beyond repair. Healing is not about pretending the wounds never happened. It's about discovering that, even with them, you can still grow, love, and live fully. And that heavy breath inside you, it can one day turn into a sigh of relief. Be prosperous and share happiness.